Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored match build-up show ahead of Liverpool's crunch clash against Bournemouth in the Carling Cup, or whatever it's called. Is it Carling Cup?
Capital One
Cup. Give us that shit.
What round is it?
No
Quarters?
idea.
Is it the quarters?
Quarters, yeah. It's the quarters. That'll do. If we seem a little bit dismissive of this, is because we're just poor at the minute, aren't we? And the thought of what I'd like to do is curl up into a ball and ignore football for a week. But no, we've got a game in the League Cup that actually matters because, you know, we need to start winning some football matches and regardless of what
a trophy wouldn't do us any.
And if we could manage to win a trophy, that would be terrific as well. I mean, Dad, you know, we've always said Liverpool Football Club exists to win trophies. It's actually never been more important, I suppose, than it is right now. We're in poor form. Liverpool need to get back to winning ways.
Absolutely. I mean, winning trophies is good for players.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for their morale and their confidence, and we desperately need both of those things at the moment, don't we?
Yeah.
And the worst thing that could happen to us is to get knocked out by a team in a lower division. You know, so, you know, I'm expecting they'll go out with as strong a team as they possibly can.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny, isn't it, because we've been talking about, like, turning points and what have you, and regardless of how Liverpool go about this game, if they win, it won't be the turning point or whatever, but you know, you look back on seasons at the end of them and you look at what were pivotal moments, and really, you know, we've talked about this run of games, Man United, Bournemouth and Arsenal, well, it was Basel, Man United, you know, one way or the other, this period is going to be crucial in Liverpool's future and Brendan Rodgers' future as well.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with you actually, John. I think we just completely disregard this, and I know that's not going to be looked upon favourably and stuff, but if Brendan Rodgers has been saying all season long, I need a week to prepare for games, then he's got a fucking massive game against Arsenal at the weekend, and I think he should be preparing the side for that. I'd be starting to put a few of the younger lads in and more fringe players who won't be involved in Arsenal and look to try and get a victory nonetheless, but with one eye on Arsenal.
I think there's a reasonable case that we talk about getting these hungry players involved. I'd be turning around to all the players there who the ones that haven't maybe quite cracked it and what have you.
Get a fucking couple of strikers on the pitch, man. Get Sinclair on the pitch or something.
I would have absolutely agreed with all of that a couple of weeks ago. But I'm not so sure we can afford to lose this game.
Yeah.
Given how far down we are at the moment, having just lost our 7th Premier League game.
But we definitely can't afford to lose against Arsenal.
Yeah,
but the would be Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, exactly. But the point is, we're as likely to struggle. We're as likely to struggle. I'm not going to say lose. Let's not fall into this horrible self-flagellatory, you know, dark corners of misery. Like, you know, let's have a little bit of self-respect. You know, we're not scoring loads of goals. We're as likely to not score a load of goals with whoever shall be put out. So I'm saying, although I think, you know, this is a game for Markovic. This is a game for probably Lallana because he needs to get into some form. This is a game for Emre Can. This is a game
Sinclair.
for Jerome Sinclair or Shea Ojo have got to be in that matchday squad. And
it's got to be a game to rest Sterling as well.
If Lucas Leiva is integral to us having a solid back, then no, let's not play him in this game. Let's get Rossiter or something in that defensive midfield position. Because if he's a defensive midfielder and he's not good enough to play against Bournemouth, then how far is he off the first team? He was good enough to play against Middlesbrough, then he's good enough to play against. Whether he's good enough on his own is another
Williams
question for debate.
might come back in as well.
Maybe Williams.
I can understand all this, but I just can't see Brendan Rodgers, you know, playing a team against them, which he, you know, thinks he's given games to people who are on the fringe. I really think he's going to say, I have to win this.
Yeah.
I want to win the trophy, and therefore I'm playing a team who are flying in the Championship, who are scoring goals for fun. I can't afford to be going there with a weakened team, you know, and regardless of playing Arsenal at the weekend, we've got to win this game. You know, I want to get to the semi-final. I just can't see him playing Ross. I can see him playing Lucas.
Yeah.
You know, I could see him playing Emre Can or Markovic, who both deserve a shot, but I don't see him playing really fringe players. And I would love him to give Sinclair a chance, but but I can see Balotelli all day long.
It's a weird one, I think, as much as anything, because this is a great indication of where Rodgers is mentally, I think, with the pressure on him. Because if the pressure is on him, I think he'll do exactly what we done suggested there. I think he'll put his whatever the fuck his best strength team is, he'll put some semblance of our best strength team out, but I don't think he should. I think he would actually probably deliver a lot of confidence if he was to continue to treat it the way he does.
If he gives the fringe players a chance, they'll know that they've got the manager's confidence. If he doesn't, they'll be walking around the dressing room going, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
What's the point of me being here now?
If this was the second round, then fine. But it's not. It's a quarter final.
Yeah.
You're 2 games away from a Wembley final.
Yeah.
So he's not going to give up on that.
But I think for me, this is your last chance, because you've got to get to the semi-finals, but once it's the semi-finals, that's when you take this competition properly seriously. But for me, this is a chance where maybe Jerome Sinclair's just not, maybe he's nowhere near ready yet. But if he is, he's 18 now, you know what I mean, and he's scoring goals in the UEFA Youth League. He's got ability. You might just hit upon something, because if he comes in and scores, he goes right into contention for Arsenal, and if he's got a little bit of pace, and look, I don't want to put the weight of the world on his shoulders straight away, but sometimes this is where kids make the represent. Robbie Fowler made his name in the League Cup.
I don't disagree with any of it. I just, again, as you say, Rodgers' state of mind, I can't see him not being ultra careful about this game. And Sinclair, so we don't really know, whether he's ready or not. But I just think maybe in the past, even the quarter final would be still a game where you didn't take it so seriously, put your strongest team out. But I think, given our current state of play, Rodgers will be desperate to win this game.
I just don't think the senior players we've got deserve the trust for this game. You know what I mean? I think I would be of the mindset that you say, look, Arsenal is literally it for us, and possibly it for Brendan Rodgers this season, for what we're trying to achieve, whether they get sacked or not. We need to keep within distance of Arsenal, and if we lose to Arsenal, that puts our season under bigger pressure than we've ever had in recent years anyway. I would be prepared to say to Bournemouth, you know what? I know what I'm getting from I know what I'm getting from Gerrard. I know what I'm getting from Balotelli. I know what I'm getting from Lambert. I know what I'm getting from certain players. I would put a few of the fringe players, and I would put some other players in and go, play your way into contention against Arsenal, because if you prove your worth in this, if you go out and win that for me, I'm going to put as much of this team out against Arsenal as well, because you know what, meritocracy, it's what the strength of Brendan Rodgers' managerial career at Liverpool is built on. Let's bring that back, and let's have players who want to play for Liverpool Football Club and are prepared to shoulder that burden and deliver with it as well. I'd use Bournemouth. That's how I would use Bournemouth anyway.
I fully agree with that. Your players like Markovic goes out there against Bournemouth if he plays, and plays well. He's in the side Sunday.
I do think Markovic has done enough in the last couple of cameos to merit a place. But I don't see that as necessarily being a weaker side. Markovic or Chan,
no,
or Lallana. What I'm thinking is you're not going to put in 18-year-old like Sinclair and Ojo. I just don't see that at all. Then again, maybe Brendan Rodgers will think, what happened the last time we won the League Cup? The manager got sacked.
That's it. You don't want that to collapse.
Not going to win that.
Yeah, but this is it. But this is the point, isn't it? I can see a case to be made. You know what? Fuck the League Cup. Fuck the FA Cup, because we've got to get back into the top 4. But how...
it's the same as the Europa League.
It's stupid.
I would rather we got knocked out of the Europa League and didn't have to worry about playing that, but financially, it's not as lucrative as the Champions League, but it's still money in the coffers, and that's what FSG are about.
And to be fair as well, I said this before, we signed Luis Suarez on the basis of having Europa League football. So let's, as much as we don't rate that as a competition, we're going to talk about obviously the Europa League. We're going to do a video about the Besiktas draw as well. So watch that. But for this, this is the last opportunity you've got to try other players out, because you're not Jerome Sinclair. I don't really want to put all the pressure on him, but you can't. You're not just gonna. You'd be stupid to throw him in against any other games now, because once Bournemouth's out the way, Bournemouth is the last game we can afford to lose. is what I'm saying. It's the last game Brendan Rodgers can afford to lose, potentially of his managerial career at Liverpool. You can't afford to lose any more games between now and January. So this is your last opportunity. You've got to experiment a little bit and be given just about enough leeway to say, you know what, you've tried something. And it's that if he puts his full strength team on, there should be enough to go and beat them. But I can't guarantee that. Nobody can guarantee that, can they? So you're more looking at let's put our best team out to steamroll them and sub everyone off. You're thinking, let's put our first team on. What if they get beat? How the hell do you go into Arsenal having?
It's a real dilemma, isn't it? You know,
that's the worst thing about where we are right now.
We win. Or put the weakened side out, and if we get beat, we say, oh, well, it was only a weakened side. But you're out of a competition, you've lost another game, your morale's taken another dig.
Yeah.
You know, your confidence is even more shot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be Brendan Rodgers for the next couple of weeks.
No.
I would play the back five if it's going to be 4 at the back and the goalie broad, the back 4 if it's 3 at the back. And keep them the same regardless.
Yeah.
I would do that for Bournemouth, and I would.
I don't think there's anyone to come in. Is there? Maybe Lloyd Jones on the fringe. What I mean, genuine fringe. I don't think we have any. I don't think there's such a thing as fringe if we're playing 3 at the back.
After that, I'd be looking at the people who haven't been getting games and getting them on the pitch. Definitely.
Yeah. The good ones, or the ones who definitely want to play in that. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think that's the. Look, so much negativity surrounding Liverpool at the moment, and it's miserable being a Liverpool fan because we want to see Liverpool just winning football matches. It's simple. It's as simple as that. But for me, yes, Brendan Rodgers has got to start getting things right. But again, this is a massive opportunity for Liverpool players to step up and be counted, because regardless of what the manager is choosing to do, there are no bad players. There are no fundamentally bad players in our first team squad. And there's some who seem to be going out of their way to disprove that theory. We're talking about the Lovrens of this world and maybe the Balotellis. There's a massive opportunity for Liverpool players to step up to the plate and prove that they're worthy of our adulation and the money we spend to watch them. So for me, big opportunity for them to step up, and hopefully some players to actually push themselves into the conversation for the rest of the season going forward. Because God knows a lot of the senior players we've had haven't delivered, so let's give the opportunity to some players to try and prove their worthiness. We're obviously a bit short and sweet this week. We'll have score predictions in a moment. Go and check out our Besiktas straw reaction video as well. That promises to be another thrilling conversation. Right, score predictions, Dad. How's it going to go?
4-3.
Why not?
3-2.
Okay. 1-0. We'll win. But it's just going to be dead disappointing, isn't it? Oh yeah, we won, but yeah. Anyway, let me know your score predictions in the comments below. How do you think Liverpool should approach this game? Which of the players who haven't figured as much should definitely figure in this game? Let me know that in the comments as well. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And we're not going to be doing any a live show for Bournemouth because we're just going to relax and focus on the big game at the weekend. We'll be doing some post-match content on the Wednesday. We're going to be doing a Christmas special, which is we're going to be hosted by us and on our YouTube channel on Tuesday night, which is the sort of City of Liverpool Christmas special. Bit of a break from the norm for what we normally do, far more rounded content, but very Christmassy theme. Should keep you entertained and give you a little bit of feeling of what it's like to be within the City of Liverpool around Christmas, so do check that out. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Fingers crossed we have to get a result and drive forward.
It's a positive result.
Yes, drive forward towards the cup we love winning the most, the League Cup. Cheers. Okay, round one, the club. Adam, first and foremost, what year was Manchester United founded?
1878.
That was technically Newton Heath were founded in 1878. I think you'll find Man United were founded in
1905.
1902.